Hello everybody, welcome back to another information-packed episode of using Blender to create Minetest assets. And in this video, we are going to be looking at how to create meshes that have multiple materials. So you will see on the screen in front of you, right in front of your face, right here, is two pieces of mesh. And this is actually from my landscaping mod. This is one of the wall styles. That's extremely unimportant though, but there's two walls. I'm going to just delete the upper one because who cares. And here is the lower wall style. Now you will notice right off that there are two materials here, obviously. A wooden one and a stone one. And you know what? I should have done this before I started recording. I'm going to turn off mip maps. Notice it's blurry. Notice it's pixely. That's how you do that. It's mip maps under user preferences. So now we have that textured, that pixely texture. So we have two materials here. Let's go into edit mode. And you will see that we have two materials. There's a wood, which I can select, and it selects the faces that are the wood. And we can do the same with the stone, and it selects the stone faces. And both of these have their own UV mapping. So if we go ahead and jump over into UV editing, and then go into edit mode and select the faces with the wood, they show up on the wood. And we select the faces that are this granite stony type material or poured concrete. I'm not really sure what this texture is supposed to be. Oh, just something I kind of threw together with some different noises. Or maybe I used a photo. I don't even know. But you will notice that it has its own UV map there. Alright, so back at the main layout. And we're going to just hit File, scroll down to Export, and Wavefront OBJ. I'm going to go ahead and stick with the Madison_walls OBJ file name. That's fine with me. And let's open up our options here a little bit more. Now, because I do a lot of work... Oh no, it's not here. That's horrible. You can save operator presets. And for some reason, my Minetest operator preset does not exist. So what we're going to do, selection only. Because we were selected on that. This is good for if you have multiple items in your Blender scene and you only want to export one of them. So selection, it'll only do whatever you're selected on, which can be multiple things. No problems there. Apply modifiers, good to do because you will see modifiers in your 3D view, but you can export it. And if you have modifiers that haven't been applied, those modifiers will not get exported. Include edges. I think I usually leave that on. Right normals, I always leave on. Include UVs? Yes. Otherwise, your UV mapping that you did is pointless. Write materials? No. I never write materials. If you select write materials, Erlich, or however you pronounce that, the game engine that actually runs Minetest will spam the debug output with errors that it can't read some material file. Usually because I think you just don't put the material file in there. But I always keep that off. Objects as OBJ groups I leave on, and material groups, always turn that on. I'm confused as to why there's two objects as OBJ groups. Oh, it's OBJ objects and OBJ groups. I might leave both those off. We're going to leave them off here. It shouldn't matter. Material groups is important because we just did some materials on those two walls. Actually, we didn't just do it. That file's been in existence for a long time. But that's besides the point. And we are going to save this out to my Minetest directory. Alright, so I have pulled up the code in Atom here, and you of course are free to use any editor you choose. And I'm just going to go ahead and copy this Teller computer node because it has most everything that we need already set up, but we need a new name for it. So I'm going to go ahead and call this Madison, and a description about Madison wall because that's what it is, and the object's name Madison_wall. Okay, so it's called Madison walls is the name of the file. Faster. Okay, and we have these two tiles of computer and computer screen. I don't think I want to keep using those two, so I think what we're going to do is change one of them to my walls underscore cement, which exists from something else. And then the wood, I think I am going to use new mod barrel PNG, which is going to end up looking like complete utter garbage, I'm sure. But that's what we're going to do. Alright, so that's saved. Let's launch the daily build of Minetest. Do I have a world with this mod? Sure looks like I do. Let's play it. You will notice we have this new little loading thing, because that's new stuff that they have added in the daily builds. Okay, why is that not finding anything? Oh, because not in creative inventory equals 1. No issues. We will just use give me. New underscore mod medicine. And let's do 99. And it says added to inventory. Where is it? Here it is. Excellent. Let's see what this looks like. I think I have fast. So let's turn that off. And let's go ahead and set the time to 6,000. Alright, so we're walking on the ground and I'm noticing issues here. Noticing big issues. They're not big issues, but the wood is on the stone and the stone is on the wood. So we need to switch that around. So let's go ahead and exit to the menu. And I am just going to change this to new mod barrel. And this one we're going to change to, I don't know why it's my walls. It should really start off as new mod because it's the name of the mod, but I guess we can live with it, right? It's not going to kill us. Plus this mod, I don't think this mod's public anywhere, so it doesn't matter. Oh, okay. So now we have a big problem. Oh. Never mind, I'm just an idiot. I didn't put the trailing PNG on. Go figure. I would forget something like that. There we are. The wood is now the wood texture. Which, yeah, looks pretty horrible because it's from the wooden barrel is what that texture is from. And the stone looks pretty smeary. But the image I have is pretty smeary. Let me pull it up here. That's the texture I'm using for the stone wall. And as you will recall from here, when we were in UV editing mode. Whoa, didn't want to do that. No, I lost it. It's alright, here it is. I mean, it's using small bits and pieces of this. So it's taking a very small sample from this image. And so yeah, it's gonna look like garbage, but that's okay. This is just to explain how to do it. So, now, let's do some more learning and learn how to save ourselves from making this costly mistake that costs like a minute of time. So, if we export something, and we have two materials, we have wood and we have stone. Let's take a look at how it worked out here. The first tile we use, new mod barrel, is our wood. And that's the first material slot. Second material slot is stone. Second material is cement. So, you could have way more than 2 materials. You could have 10 or 20, it doesn't even matter. The order they are running in Blender here, in your materials, is the order you want to list the materials in your code. That's really about it, guys. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, once you know what you're doing, it's pretty easy. Let me, I know I didn't want that. I think it's Alt-1. There we go. New layer. All right, let's just go ahead and add a cube. And we're just going to do this really quickly. And we are going to assign stone to those 3. And we're going to grab these. And we need to create another. And we are going to assign wood to them. So we just made a cube. 3 faces the one, 3 faces the other. And let's go ahead and export this puppy out to, yes, you guessed it, the wall we just exported. Let's go ahead and launch Minetest, and we now have cubes, giant cubes, because I forgot to shrink those down to the size of 1 node. But that doesn't matter. For example purposes, it works just fine. And you can see we have half of it one material and half of it the other material. So simple, easy. Once you know what you're doing, I may as well just shut up now because that's everything, and why make the video longer? Am I right or am I right? If you enjoyed this video, be sure to thumbs up and check out some more of my modding tutorials if you want to learn more about how to mod Minetest and make the most epic of mods that have ever existed.